My, I'm gonna have an awesome time today because God is blessing. I know we got a little inclement weather, lightning going on, but we're gonna make do. We have thunder. Haven't seen the lightning yet, but we're just excited to be here. Our own corner, our gut real to prime time, and we just want to be able to focus on just plain old life issues. Title today is the impact of attitude on success. And I want you to kind of think about how do your attitude determine your success. A lot of people say attitude determines your aptitude. So a lot of people just really focus on that. You hear that often by individuals when they're talking about your success. It was based on whether you have a good attitude, a positive attitude, or either a bad attitude or a chaotic attitude. Any attitude that creates negativity in your life is going to affect the success that you want to have. So we have to make sure that we do what we need to do to be successful. So I just truly want you to thank. I see joining us again is Sonia R. Price Herbert. Thank you so much, Sonia. Then we have Am Poodle. Am Poodle 22, member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, asking for an invite. I'm gonna kind of kick the show off. I'm gonna let some invites jump in here because I want to hear some of your thoughts about the impact of attitude on success. Making requests, and I'm about to put you on. You have 3 minutes to share your thoughts about today's show. Yeah, we have some information we normally give, but since I have you here, I want you to jump in here, and we're going to get at it, and we'll come back and fill in what we need to fill in. If you want to go live, and you can be where you can sit down in front of a computer and go and talk with me, which is riverside.com, or either the link would be riverside.com/studio/WVSW dash radio dash internet. You can go live and we can really get it on using our social media as well. So I thank you so much. So I'm going to hit the invite button for Sonia R. Price Herbert, and also for the Poodle and Poodle 22. The invite has been sent out. So we're going to see if they're going to be able to join us, at least one of us, and share their thoughts. One of them share their thoughts with us about the impact of attitude on success. Again, this is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. I'm excited because all the devices are in front of me and we're rolling now, but we're having some inclement weather outside, so we might have some challenges as we move forward. I'm not speaking that into existence. What I'm saying, expect that. So we are dealing with that because of the weather. Our website is WVSW Radio, the internet station, 23.wic.com. If you want to find out more as well, you can literally just go to, we have a Canvas site being built right now. So you can check us out through Canvas. So you can do that and you can be a part of what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a site. Again, Riverside, fm.com. You can go to the link I shared with you, which is riverside.com/studio/WVSW radio internet. If you want to share your opinions, stories, or examples live with me and the world, you can use Facebook, Big O Live, TikTok Live. It's at Dr. L.D. Alberto Smith. Or you want to do our second Facebook channel, which we are partners with the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Greenville, Alabama. We're excited. The chapter is Zeta Phi Sigma chapter in Greenville. You hit a lightning. So truly, we're going to do our best to make it through this hour. We're going to have some, I'm telling you, internet struggle sometime when we have that thunder into this. The handle for the Facebook for the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated is Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville, Alabama. But it'll be just Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville. You can go to Podbean, which is the Smithway Enterprises, Super Live, WVSW, Internet radio is the handle. Tango.com, WBSW-radio-14059. Twit at Dr. L. Alberto 2017. Then we have two YouTube channels. The first one is the Smithway Enterprises, or you can go to Dr. Lorenza Alberto Smith and join us, as well as an opportunity to subscribe. So please take an opportunity to do that. We also want to share with you that we have on-demand episodes that are so important to the success of what we're doing here. And you can find those on-demand episodes on podservefm.com, podservefm.com. And you have to type in WDSW radio. And I checked it out just to look at the analytical part of it. Need more people. Go ahead and check us out. We want you to be a part of it. We want you. Pound cake with the $. KB is joining us. Thank you, Pound Cake. Blue Diamond, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Blue Diamond, none other than my biological sister and soror as a sister, Wendy Yvette Smith. Thank you so much, soror, for joining us. Then we also have created _ by Sherry. Thank you, created _ by Sherry. Just joining us. Say you want to be a guest. I'm opening the door. Hit me now. If you want to be a guest, I'm sending you an invite. Sending you an invite. It's up to you to jump in here. We're going to be talking about, when you decide to join us, if you want to do that, the impact of attitude on success. There's a couple of things I want to share with you. Our brand is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. We have listeners and watchers in 61 countries and on 6 continents. So you're going to be heard all over the world. And we appreciate you being a part. Share your word. I sent invites to Pound Cake $, KD, the Blue Diamond. Also curated _ by Sherry. Hit those. And also have, is that Bimmy? Is that Bimmy? Delmy? Requesting to come in and join us. Let me see, the invite is set. It's been sent, so you can join us. And we're going to be talking about, you get 3 minutes to jump in here, the impact of attitude. The impact of attitude on success. And I'm looking at, is that Delmy or Delmy? Let me see. I might have to get some volume here. Okay. Is that Delmy? That's you?
Mira el WhatsApp. Míralo,
okay.
No es mentira.
Sí, ya lo miré, ya me cayó.
Hey, y'all gonna speak a
Míralo,
little bit.
un poquito que envié para que digáis que es cierto.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, my bilingual aspect is not into part, but we thank you for joining us. But if you can speak a little English, we would really like to enjoy that too as well. This is all about the impact. This is all about the impact of attitude on success. What do you have to say about that?
De Honduras, soy hondureña.
Well, I really thank you so much, but I'm not going to be able to meet.
Honduras.
Okay. Thank you from Honduras. You said Honduras? Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to follow you. We're going to follow you, but I appreciate it. If you would just, sign off, I really would appreciate it, because I want to kind of get some other people in here as well, okay? We got several other people coming in here, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. Need you to click off, sound off. We really thank you. I'm hitting Pound Cake. I'm hitting Blue Diamond. All of you getting these invites. Curated by Sherry. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to have you sign off. We're gonna have to have you sign off. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. We're waiting. Okay. No. Well, we got some invites on here. We can't really can't get rid of right now. Miguel, you're joining us as well, right? Miguel, thank you for joining us as well.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. All right. Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Thank you so much. We opened the door for some people to come in here. They came in. My Hispanio is not that great because I don't have it. But we had also had those from Honduras joining us. Thank you so much. So we're going back to make sure we're up and running. The impact of attitude on success. And I want you to kind of think about that because we want to focus on success. How do you define success for you? Once you understand what success is for you, then you can focus on your attitude and how you can see the world, how successful you can be in the world once you understand exactly what success means to you. And I just want you to take a minute. We're talking about the impact of attitude on success. We're looking through the lens. Each one of us looking through our lens, which we see the world and how we see success. What is the impact on you? I want to thank everyone who's joining us because today we are gathered to explore a force of substance that we often overlook. It yet so powerful that it shapes every outcome in our lives. It is the invisible architect behind achievements. Success is achievements. The quiet engine behind residuance, where you keep going one step at a time to be successful and achieve whatever goals that you have set in life. The decisive factor that separate potential from reality. That's what we're talking about. We're going to be talking about the impact of success or your attitude on success. We're going to talk about the impact of success, then how your attitude affects that. See, in reality, the force is attitude. Attitude is not simply a mood, nor is it a fleeting emotional state. Attitude is a lens, a filter through which we interpret events, evaluate challenges, respond to opportunity. It is the internal climate that determines whether we grow or retreat. The climate, whether we grow or retreat. Whether we rise or fall. Whether we succeed or surrender. Ask yourself, have you surrendered? Have you surrendered and you're comfortable and you're stagnated in that place instead of reaching to the success or to the goals that you have set so you can move forward? Sending out a few more invites. K. Don, sending you an invite. You can join us because I want you to share the impact of attitude on success with me or with us. Are you surrendering or are you succeeding? Are you surrendering or are you succeeding? See, To understand the impact of attitude on success, let me begin with a story. I always find these stories I can share with you. And I want you to take an opportunity to kind of listen to it. A young man named Daniel grew up in a small town like a lot of us. There are some of us growing up in big towns, big cities, where opportunity was scarce. His family struggled financially. And his school lacked resources. Isn't that the story of some of our lives? Yet Daniel carried something within him that no circumstance could diminish. A belief. He carried a belief that his future was not defined by his surroundings. We all say that. No matter where we was born and grew up, is not going to determine my future. My future is not going to be determined by my surrounding, where I was born and raised. Now, it's going to play a part in it because it's a foundation is developed through there. It excels you where you need to be. Too many of us caught up in blaming it on someone else. Blame it on the surrounding. It's amazing how we can have individuals grow up in low-income homes and still low-income environments in life where they experience some of the things they didn't have, what others may have had. The one that had a fluent life and so on, but they still succeed. They had something inside of them, and that was a belief that our future would not be defined by my surroundings. Daniel approached every challenge with curiosity instead of fear. And I'm going to replace curiosity with courage. Fear is not courage. Curiosity is courage. Just to seek every setback with determination instead of despair. He didn't credit luck, intelligence, or privilege. He said, I decided early on that my attitude would be my advantage. Is that you? I see the poodle back join us. I see you invite. I'm Poodle 22. Thank you for joining us again. We stepped out. Also, we have Yolanda Blunt that asked for the invite. Attitude is an advantage. Available to everyone. My attitude is I refuse to quit. My attitude is I'm going to get the job done. No matter what obstacles, what challenges come my way. Because my attitude is if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. My attitude is my advantage. It's available to you as well as available to me. See, we're going to explore today how attitude shapes success across 6 major dimensions. Number one is mindset and belief. Mindset and belief. What is your mindset? What is your belief? I'm sending invites because you asked to be invited. I'm sending them out. You can respond to them if you want to or not. But you have 3 minutes to come in and talk about the impact of attitude on success. That's what we're talking about. Again, what shapes success is mindset and belief. You have to have the mindset to believe that you can do it. Resilience and response to adversity. You can't give up. You got to keep grinding. How you respond to adversity determines the attitude you're going to have towards success. Your attitude is important. Motivation and sustained effort. Just because it don't work this time, don't mean you got to stop. You have to look at small success. I always use, and you can use this with your attitude and success as a scientist. Think about you as a scientist. You try the first experiment and it don't work, but you document the data. You try the second experiment in a different way. It might not work. You document the data. You keep trying and trying with all the data being documented. You have a chance to see now I'm put it all together because what I tried it didn't work. It gonna put me in the just I'm gonna do the next opportunity gonna come. So I'm not gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do something different because I have documented what has been success and what has been failure. Motivation, sustained effort, relationships, and influence. Pick the people you want to hang around, but you better pick good people. When you pick chaos, you become chaos. You know, I have this little saying, it's old grandparent, great grandparent, birds of the same feather flock together. That means like-minded people being around people. So if you're around toxic people, or you're around chaotic people, and you're developing an attitude where you can't be successful, don't blame the problem. I mean, blame up people, blame you because you made a choice. It's all about choices. Relationship is all about a choice. And how you're influenced by that relationship. Performance and productivity. Performance required time and effort. Productivity requires you to give the greatest effort, the greatest performance, so you can see the results. Long-term growth and fulfillment. That's what attitude shapes in your life. Attitude shapes these dimensions. Success you will experience. We will examine stories, research, practical strategies that reveal how attitude becomes destiny. Attitude becomes destiny. The first one we want to focus on is attitude is the foundation of mindset. Attitude is the soil in which mindset grows. A positive and empowered attitude cultivate a growth mindset. The belief that ability can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. A negative or rigid attitude cultivate fixed mindset, the belief that ability are static and unchangeable. The growth mindset advantage. People with a growth mindset approach challenge with curiosity. They set an effort as a path to mastery. They interpret failure as feedback. They believe improvement is always possible. The mindset fuels success because it encourages continuous learning, experimentation, and adaptation. The fixed mindset, that's a trap. You have to watch a fixed mindset trap. People with a fixed mindset avoid challenges that threatens their sense of competency. They interpret failure as proof of inadequacy. They resist feedback and fear change. This mindset, which is a fixed mindset, limits success because it discourages risk-taking, innovation, and residuance. Attitude determined mindset. Your attitude, your habitual way of interpreting events, determine which mindset you adopt. A positive attitude says, I can learn, I can improve, I can adapt, I can overcome. A negative attitude says, I'm not good enough, I can't change, I always fail. Why bother? The difference between these two attitudes is the difference between stagnation and growth. The story of mindset transformation. Consider the story of a woman named Elena. She struggled academically in her early years and believed she wasn't smart enough. But a teacher challenged her to shift her attitude from self-doubt to self-belief. Elena began approaching assignments with curiosity, a courage instead of fear. She asked questions, sought help, and embraced mistakes as learning opportunity. She had a slogan. I'm going to get off track. Yes, and come back off track for a minute. Many years ago, there was a slogan in education of 10, 15 years. Failure is not an option. We said that, but we could not explain to individuals why failure is not an option. Just in this short statement I shared about Elena, she asked questions. See, you don't fail when you ask questions. Sought help, ask people to help me, and embrace mistakes as learning opportunity. Yes, we said failure is not an option because failure is a learning opportunity. We never explained that to our people. We just put the slogan out there, and we lived on it. Came from the Department of Education on the national level, saying failure is not an option. But never we sit down and explain the true thought process of the belief behind that statement. What we did, we gave a cute slogan. Failure is a learning opportunity. See, Elena grades improved. Her confidence grew. She eventually earned a degree in biology and became a researcher. Her intelligence Her intelligence didn't matter. In essence, I'm sorry, her intelligence didn't change. Her IQ. But her attitude did. Somebody say the IQ if ain't running up 150, 160, you're not a very, intelligent person. You didn't call them a genius when you're up in 150, 160. See, her intelligence didn't change, but her attitude did. And she was residual about putting the work in, putting the effort in. Her attitude changed. For her, failure was a learning opportunity. Attitude and residuance in the face of adversity. Success is not a straight line. It is a winding path filled with obstacles, setbacks, unexpected detours. Attitude determines how we respond to adversity. The power of interpretation. See, two people can face the same challenge and interpret it differently. One said, this is impossible. The other said, this is difficult. But I can figure it out. One sees a wall, the other sees a puzzle. One stops, the other continues. Residuance. The difference in what I just shared with you is attitude. Residual is attitude in action. Working, experimenting, going at it, don't give up. Residual is not the absence of struggle. It is the ability to recover, adapt, and continue despite struggles. Attitude fuels residuals by shaping how we interpret difficulties. See, a residual attitude says this setback is temporary. I can learn from this. I overcome challenges before. I will find a way. See, that's what a residual attitude is. You're not going to give up. That leads us to understanding the science of residuals. Research shows that people with positive attitude recover from stress more quickly. Their brains interpret challenges as manageable rather than overcoming or overwhelming. They produce fewer stress hormones and more problem-solving neurotransmitters. Attitude literally changes the chemistry of residuals. You can overcome. Another little short story of overcoming. A young athlete named Marcus tore a ligament during a championship game. The doctor told him recovery would be long and difficult. Many athletes in his position quit. But Marcus approached rehabilitation with determination. He saw each therapist session as progress, each small improvement as victory. Months later, he returned to the field stronger than before. his body healed because his attitude sustained him. Attitude and motivation. See, he had motivation. And you ask how do motivation and attitude tie into one another? Motivation is the field of success, and attitude determines how much fuel we'll have. Positive attitude creates internal motivation. People with positive attitude are driven by purpose, curiosity, courage, and passion. They find meaning in their work. They see effort as investment rather than burden. Negative attitude drains motivation. People with negative attitude feel overwhelmed, discouraged, disengaged. They interpret effort as punishment. They lose sight of purpose. Attitude shapes daily habits. Success is built on daily habits. Attitude determines whether we maintain those habits. See, a positive attitude says, I will show up. I will try again. I will improve. I will stay consistent. A negative attitude, I don't feel like it. It's too hard. I'll do it later. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the words you say of a negative approach to success. See, when we're motivated, we're willing to go out and work. We're willing to go out and shape our future through inspiration, shape through sustaining an attitude. It helps us build relationships. See, success is rarely achieved alone. It is built through collaboration, mentorship, teamwork, and community. Attitudes shape how we interact with others. Attitude is awesome. See, a positive attitude well, we're going to hit a spot here when we're going to act up. Let me get it back up running. Apologize to those individuals down here for putting their finger. See, a positive attitude attracts support. A negative attitude repels support. See, when you got a positive attitude, people are drawn to those who are optimistic, encouraging, and solution-oriented. Positive attitude creates trust, respect, and cooperation. A negative attitude repels anybody trying to help you. See, people avoid those who complain, criticize, or blame. Negative attitude creates tension, conflict, and isolation. See, attitude shapes leadership. Leaders with positive attitude inspire teams. They create environment where people feel valued, motivated, and empowered. They encourage innovation and resilience. Leaders with negative attitude demoralize teams. They create an environment filled with fear, confusion, and stagnation. Fear is confusion. Fear is stagnation. See, leadership succeed because of attitude. Productivity increase because of attitude. Team members become more engaged. Creativity flourish when you have a good, positive attitude. Performance, your attitude affects your performance. See, attitude influences performance in every domain. Academics, athletics, business, creativity, and personal development. Attitude shapes focus. See, a positive attitude enhances concentration. It reduces anxiety and increases clarity. It helps us stay present and engaged. Negative attitude distracts us. It amplifies fear and self-doubt. It disrupts focus. See, attitude shapes problem solving. Positive attitude encourages experimentation, flexibility, innovation. Negative attitude encourages rigid avoidance and defeat. Attitude shape risk taking. Success requires risk taking. Success often requires stepping outside comfort zone. Positive attitude embrace risk as opportunity. Negative attitude fear risk as danger. But always keep in mind, you got to step outside of your comfort zone. If you want to accomplish your long-term goal, your attitude will have to be right. Long-term success requires sustained effort, continuous learning, and adaptability. See, attitude determines whether we grow or stagnate over time. Attitude shape adaptability. In a rapidly changing world, adaptability is essential. Positive attitude, embrace change. Negative attitude, resist change. See, attitude shapes continual learning. People with positive attitudes seek knowledge, welcome feedback, pursue growth. People with negative attitude avoid learning. They fear feedback. They cling to comfort. Attitudes shape fulfillment. Success is not about achievement. It is about meaning, purpose, and joy. Positive attitude creates fulfillment. Negative attitude creates emptiness. Our life story might be filled with an attitude that could either be positive or negative. But our ultimate goal is achieving success. And your success will not be measured by wealth or fame, but by impact, joy, and growth. These strategies are so important. This is WBSW Radio, the number one internet station. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, excited to come before you. And we're focusing on the impact of attitude on success. As you get ready to round the curve to go home and then close it out, there are some strategies that you must practice if you want to cultivate success-driven attitude. Practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts focus from scarcity to abundance. It strengthens optimism and residual. Reframe negative thoughts. Replace I can't with I can learn. Replace this is too hard with this is challenging, but I can grow. Surround yourself with positive influence. Surround yourself with positive friends. Pick your friends where they can help you as well as you help them both. Y'all both can grow. Attitude is contagious. If you're the group of people who have an attitude, you feeds off it. Now you want to walk away because you want to fit in. So attitude is contagious. Choose people who uplift, encourage, and inspire. Set purpose-driven goals. Purpose-fused attitude. When the goals matter, effort becomes meaningful. Celebrate progress. No matter how small it is. Small wins build confidence and momentum. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness. Self-criticism destroys attitude. Self-compassion strengthens it. Maintain healthy habits. Sleep, nutrition, movement, mindfulness support emotional stability and positive attitude. Seek mentorship. Mentors provide perspectives, encouragement, and guidance. Embrace failure as feedback. Failure is not identity, it is information. Choose your attitude daily. Maybe your first time hearing this. Choose your attitude daily. You're either going to have a positive attitude or a negative attitude. See, attitude is a decision. Attitude is a decision. Choose it consciously. As we get ready to close it out, the attitude that shapes destiny is the one you want to have, a positive attitude. We'll return to the central truth of this speech or this presentation on attitude. That is, attitude is the architect of success. Attitude is the architect of success. It shapes how we think, how we feel, how we act, how we grow. It influences our relationships, our residuals, our performance, and our fulfillment. It determines whether we rise or fall, whether we persist or quit, whether we succeed or surrender. What's your attitude? Do you surrender or you succeed? Do you quit or you persist? Do you rise or do you fall? Your attitude is your greatest asset. It is the one thing you control completely. Nobody else control your attitude. Some people talk about they made me do it. No, nobody. That's a choice you made to do that because you control your attitude. Because you could control your response. No one made you do it. Nobody made you do it. It was a choice. You control your response. But sometimes you can't control your circumstances. You can't control the outcome, which some people try to manipulate it so they can. But you can control effort. You cannot control the world, but you can control the lens through which you see the world. Now, the impact of attitude on success is entitled. Do you think your attitude determines your aptitude? Do you think that? I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and this is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. And the show today is truly a great opportunity for us to look at some things that helps us be the best version of ourselves. It's entitled, the show is Talking Real to You, Primetime. But our topic of discussion was the impact of attitude on success. We just want to focus on, and we did it today, on just plain old life issues. Attitude is a life issue. Your attitude, how you respond. What is your attitude? Hopefully we share something that gives you an opportunity to kind of understand where you are, whether you got a positive attitude or you got a negative attitude. Are you seeking to fail or are you seeking to learn? When you learn, you grow. Are you seeking to succeed or are you seeking to surrender? What is your attitude? Because your attitude will determine your aptitude to mean long-term success. I love each and every one of you all. I want to thank you all for joining me. Hopefully something was shared today that allows you to put yourself in a position to be successful or keep you on the track with the success you already have in your life. It comes from my heart. It comes from my heart. I truly thank you so much for joining me because it's been a blessing. That's why I love you. And as we move forward, we'll have a show tomorrow at Thursday. We'll be a probably 4 or 5 o'clock show tomorrow. And we're going to just talk about the happy hour. It's the happy hour lounge. We can make it do what it do at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you're on the West Coast, you can work that out. You make that time fit you, which would be 3 o'clock. Make it do what it do. Wherever you're in the world, take care of yourself and your family. And I'll say to you, deep from my heart, I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it. Be blessed, be safe. We'll holler at you